Andy Scott, I suppose one of the most pleasing things about Saturday was you said you need every member of your squad to be a first team player, and several players proved that on Saturday.
Yeah, it's like I said, we needed to make some changes from Tuesday, not just to shake it up, but to let everybody know that it wasn't acceptable, and that no one's exempt from that, and everyone's got a part to play, and I think that it's important that the players that have bided their time and waited for their chance know that there will be an opportunity if people don't perform, and we've always said that, and it's important that I back that up, and Sam Hatton and Tom Derry came in and did very, very well, and it was what we needed, just a few fresh legs, a bit of a spark, a bit of people that wanted to show that they were capable of playing, and wanted to show that what they could do, and so I gave everyone a lift. I think the players that played Tuesday as well, sort of raised their game and sort of got back to where they should be, close to where they should be, and we looked to a team that was committed to the game, and there was still mistakes and it was a little bit nervy at times, but it's important to pick points up even if you're not playing great, and we worked ever so hard, and it's still very frustrating the amount of chances we're creating, the balls we're putting in the box, that we haven't got people on the end of it, and that's the only gripe really, because we are creating a lot of chances and we might not be having loads of shots on target, but we're putting the ball in the right area. It's the fact that we need to get people on the end of it. So hardest part's goal scoring, but we said we wanted him from all players on the pitch, and we got one from a full back and a central midfield player. So in that respect, pleased from that, but we need our front players to score goals and look like they're going to score goals as well.
But as the cliche goes, you're better to miss chances than not be creating them. It's, as you said last week, it's that extra little percentage of belief to get on the end of the balls into the box.
That's right. I mean, it's nice. We play with two out and out wingers. Joe and Gesson played, and Jordan, then Tristan comes on. So we know we've got two wide players who are going to get balls in the box, and both full-backs can cross the ball and want to cross the ball. I don't see any reason why our forwards should be surprised when the ball's coming in there, but they've got to be in between the posts, and they've got to be correct, get on the end of things, and at the moment we're not. So if we're going to play a certain way, we need players that are committed to getting in between the posts and getting on the end of the things. So it's the final touch that needs to come. We've shown that bringing Mark Phillips in with a statement of intent, and we're trying to bring one or two more others in just to shake things up and to improve us as a group.
And now, because of all that, you've got a few decisions to make ahead of Chester.
Yeah, we got a couple coming back from injury. Josh Scott, was good to see him back involved as well, and Tristan came on, and it was good that we had him available. So the stronger the squad is, the better, and decisions are what it's about. But if people come in and perform well, then as long as they're fit, they'll be selected. And equally, if people aren't doing the job, then there should be no surprise that they'll be left out. We want some consistency, but we also can accept people have bad games, but there's a level they've got to get to, even if they're playing poorly, that they contribute to the side, and that's got to go for everyone. So there's got to be a mentality of people desperate to stay on the side, and people that are on the sidelines desperate for their chance to prove that they should be playing and keep their place.
And with Lincoln, Gateshead, Aldershot, three good, solid, by and large performances that can be the basis, I suppose, for going to Chester and getting a result.
Yeah, I mean, the whole outlook on the season sort of sometimes gets tainted by a really bad performance, which we've got at Dover, and we've had a poor performance down here against Braintree. So we've played 14 games and we had two poor ones, and we've picked up some good points against the sides down the bottom, and not enough against the sides in the top when we've played pretty well. The points we've picked up, we should have got at least one against Woking, should have had another two against Gateshead, and when you think we're only 3 points off Kidderminster in 8th or 9th place, it goes to show that we're not that far away, and it's a very tight league. Altrincham went to Halifax and beat them 3-1, and no one would have predicted that is what the league's about. But we've got to have the consistency in performances, and then if you lose games, that happens. But if you're not consistent in performance, you're not really going to get a run going. That's what we need to do. We need to keep consistent, keep performing well, keep working hard, keep improving in different areas. But I'm confident when we can get some players back and maybe bring a couple of fresh faces in, and if needs be, move a couple out, then we can move forward. I'm not going to accept mediocrity. We want to be pushing as high as possible, and players have had plenty of chances to show they're good enough and should be standing aside. And on the whole, they've done very well, but just feel there's areas we need to improve on, and individuals need to do better in certain circumstances. And if they're not going to do better, then we'll bring people in who we think we will.
And Chester started poorly at home. Have now had a couple of decent results. I think they've scored more goals away from home than they have at home. What are you expecting from them tomorrow?
It's always a tough place to go. I mean, on a Tuesday night, travelling up there on a day, I don't think the weather's going to be too great. But they've shown that they've beaten Wrexham at home, and I think they were unfortunate just to get a point on Saturday. So it's like we said, Altrincham beat Halifax. there's some results that are always, Southport beat Grimsby the other day. Anyone can beat anyone else on the day. It's a very tight league, shown that there's 4 teams who are only a point above us, and that's Eastleigh, Grimsby. There's some teams that have spent a hell of a lot more money than us and a lot more established in this league, and their squads are more established at their clubs than us, but we're within touching distance. But equally, there's sides below us who are fighting for their lives, and want to prove that they're capable of getting in the top half. So I don't think you can really read into anything there. We talk about consistency for us, but it's the same with any other side, and that's why it is such a tight league, that there is so much inconsistency in performances and individuals, that you've got to take it game by game and address it as you see it. But how they set up, and we know how they play, we know generally what they want to do, but it's first and foremost about how we play and how we set up and how our players play that determine the result.